We've got, I don't know, it's 7:30 on my clock, so.
Oh, mine too.
Yep.
Good
The
timing.
October 15th Middlebury Town Council meeting will be called to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. There's no comma.
There's no
After
comma.
nation.
Mike, stick with the cadence.
We need a breath. Yeah, it drives me crazy.
Man, you are on point early in the morning. You really are. You're awesome.
Stay with the cadence. I like it.
Kent Kaufman,
Here.
Mike Holloway,
There.
Gary Kripe,
Here.
Carl Miller,
Here.
and Kevin Miller.
Here.
I guess we'll open the floor for public comments. Since there's no public, does anyone else have anything to add? All right, we'll close the public comment section. Unfinished business, interlocal agreement for County Road 20 utility extension.
That'd be new.
All right. So this went to Redevelopment Commission at the last meeting they had, which was earlier this month on the 2nd of October, I believe. The main thing that we wanted to address and make clear was and we were all of the understanding that this would be the case, I believe, at that time, but if you don't think so, let me know, that the Mid-State Specialty Egg site would remain in the county TIF allocation district. That was always what we wanted, but there's a couple considerations. One being redevelopment wanted to have a more formal statement of it, and the second is I think we should have it should be part of an agreement in order to make sure that that is the case. Not only to make people feel secure and comfortable with it, but because of, you need a record, you need it to ensure that it happens and to make sure that we're all belt and suspenders about it. So that's what I basically added section 7 to that interlocal agreement. If you have it in front of you, basically just says that, and there is a Indiana code section that goes into, the town legislature and redevelopment commissions or two units can come together and agree, as part of a joint project to, allocate the taxes and from one to the other, and that could be vice versa. The annexations haven't come up a ton for actual sites that we care about, I'd say. I mean, yeah, we annex things that would maybe technically in a district, but they're usually like farmland or something. In the case of, for example, Middlebury East, which is north of town, where we've got a couple parcels that we just are going to be having put into the town. They're in the town limits, but they're still in the county. And my understanding after I talked with Craig was that those are actually subject to an agreement, which I didn't know at the time because of a bond issue, I think that the county redevelopment did. So there was some kind of agreement with the town back when they did that, which that's good to know because I was like, I don't know, how does that operate and how does that exactly work? So usually if there is a county redevelopment district that sort of stays within the town by virtue of an annexation of the town expanding, that's because there is an actual agreement. So that's what we're doing here, and including just a general provision, basically saying that the site, we understand it was in your TIF district first, so you have a TIF, you have the lower base assessed value, you're putting up money, the county redevelopment is putting up money for this extension. In exchange for that, we're understanding that it'll remain in your TIF, and then it'll basically stay that way until expiration of their TIF. We could request that be changed in the future, and we would come to an agreement, but I don't know if we would ever want to. And our current district doesn't really go quite that far. So that's the basic overview of that change. Do you have any questions?
Just one. If you said we can request a change, so if council's 25 years from now say, we've grown even farther south,
Right.
and that we can go back to the county and say, this is the new agreement we want, and roll it into the TIF that
You could request that.
is
Now,
created.
this might terminate after 25 years anyway.
Okay,
There's
Okay.
time limits on these.
Okay, perfect.
these.
Okay.
And that would usually be the the termination of it after that time period expired. However, if the county were to issue a bond in year 20 or something, they could extend it by the life of the bond
Okay,
or lease obligation, which
okay,
you may or may not see more and more given state of local government finance.
right.
I could see that being a relatively common strategy moving forward, especially for areas around municipalities that might be subject to annexation.
mhm.
But, so that's the considerations before you at this time.
Okay.
How does that benefit the town? I mean, as far as the annexation goes, I mean, there's gotta be some kind of benefit to it.
Well,
Just giving them a discount on water.
And sewer.
well, that was, there's the annexation consideration, which is up to you guys, of course. And then there's the TIF thing.
The redevelopment commission would benefit.
County redevelopment would benefit. I mean, eventually the town would benefit when the actual assessed value is allocated to the town for tax purposes. I believe that it will still be taxed within the town. The town will tax the mid-state specialty eggs, with the town rates and that. I'm not sure how the allocation works in the bond issuance, for assessed value of the town because of this arrangement, whether that difference.
If that would help us, that would be one thing,
Mhm.
because if
But if it
it
lowers it,
doesn't work
it
that
wouldn't,
way, then
because of the valuation of the property, if it lowers it,
We would still be one of those underlying taxing entities, right? So it would be a longer term benefit to the town. This would delay some of the realization of the benefits of the annexation, I believe.
will this benefit us in any way in the coming years? We have to go to the county to ask them for tax money?
I mean,
When
We-
that-
we've
when
had a
this all
pretty-
changes in, what, 2 years?
Well, and this agreement is, they are giving us money to extend the water and sewer to Mid-State Specialty Eggs.
county is.
Yeah, and so we'll administer the contract and do all of that, keep record of all the paperwork. At the end, then we send it to them, and then if there's any money left over, we make sure they're in agreement with the amount, and then we issue a check. So anytime that we've gone and requested funding, they have worked with us.
That's true.
They have,
We've had a
Since
good,
I've
good
been-
relationship.
yeah,
with them,
since I've been
yeah.
working, and sometimes they ask for more information, rightfully so, or, ask to do it a little different, but we've had a really good working relationship with them, so. But I think it was up to 400,000 for this project, so.
Yes. Yeah. It was. Sure. That's their job.
Well, but it looks like the estimated amount is 379.7, but they're willing to cover 4
Yeah.
incidentals or
Mhm.
change orders.
Right. Which never happened. did it?
yeah.
No, not at all. So, Mr. President, you'd be looking for a motion?
I would be looking for a motion.
Well, I will make a motion that we approve the interlocal agreement for County Road 20 utility extension.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, discussion on the application for 2026 Community Crossings Matching Grant due on October 31st, 2025.
So, I emailed this out last night, and it shows 5 different streets to do. One is Somerset, that's in, right off of Shoemaker to Skyview. We've got all of the water lines, the water service lines redone going across that roadway, so we're free to go there. Cherry Street in downtown, that's just kind of almost like an alleyway, but there's some drainage issues there. And then there's 3 streets in Twin Oaks that we would just mill and fill. Pretty straightforward and pretty simple. But just we would need some guidance and direction of what you would like to apply for. On the second sheet, there is the monies that we use for paving and the different lines. There is one line that's CD investments, and I tried to stay away from that and leave that 225 there. But all the rest of it is outlined there: wheel tax, MVH, local roads, Z-Edit, CC development. So, and it does look like, just so you guys know, we're gonna try to push Bristol Avenue to 2029 construction. We're working through that with NDOT right now. The environmental document has not been approved, and it's been an issue for not only our community, but several other communities with getting their environmental document approved. It's taken a lot longer. Without that approval, we can't start right of way. We can, and we could start it at risk, but then that's not a good thing in my mind either. So, we would just not make the letting date of October of next year. So, because there's 41 parcels that need to be acquired, part of them are temporary right of way, part of them permanent. So anyway, just giving you a little bit of update on Bristol. We'll still need to continue to save for that project, but
On Cherry Street, you said there were some drainage issues. Is that regarding the house on the
yeah, do you see?
northwest corner of Scott and
Yep.
Cherry?
Do you see where the sidewalk is coming out of the house?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a low area. So I'm pretty sure that when it rains, there's a puddle that sits there and they have to walk through that to get out of their house.
But nothing along the south side?
No.
Okay.
So we would have to be reworking that. And
Could that be fixed without replacing Cherry Street?
No, because I need to tip the road to the opposite direction, and I need to lower the road. There's some stuff that needs to be done there in order to make that work. And I don't know how you do it, just piecing it. I mean, maybe we only go from, like their barn that's back behind,
The alley?
yeah, to the east. But yeah, there's some grade issues there that will make that one a little bit tricky.
That's the most expensive one on the whole, well, other than Twin Oaks.
Yeah,
That's just a mill and pave.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the most expensive.
Yeah.
And I threw some additional items in there just in case, you get in there and there's a catch basin that needs to be replaced or something like that. I try to make sure that we have items there, so in case we need them, so we don't get stuck with a huge change order.
And these are all based on the criteria that Robert goes through and checks the road. all that
So
stuff.
they've done the PASER rating. We're trying to pull that PASER or the pavement asset management plan together. So that'll be at the November 3rd meeting, along with the 5-year capital plan, financial plan. Baker Tilly will be here. There's multiple things in the works right now, and trying to keep all the balls in the air right now is, along with construction, is getting a little difficult, but we'll get there. We just had a meeting yesterday with Avon Marsh, and there is so much more that we could do with our GIS system. And it was all the guys were here. We were asking questions, and there's just so much more that we can do with that system if we just had the assistance to help us get to where we need to go, because none of us know how to do that. This guy has been doing programs and helping. He's helped the city of Chicago, city of New York, pretty big communities, but he's also been helping city of Goshen, city of Elkhart with their GIS and really ramping it up because of situations like Shaley needs to pull for our asset plan to put into Gateway so we know what assets we have. So this is more for water and sewer, and as you update, you know, like as you replace a fire hydrant, that needs to go in, and you need to be able to pull a report out and submit it to Gateway. There's just a lot of reporting that she needs to do, and you've got all these different departments doing all these different things, and it's hard to keep track. So that's another thing that might be coming to council to try to help us push forward and get us on the right track. So, anyway,
Are these all for 2026, Mary?
yeah, 26. And we can do them all, you know, if you want, or we can do just parts of them.
So I have it at like 1.12 or something like that million, or shade over million. Is it, am I right?
I think on the summary, it was 472,000 was the total.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On.
Add those numbers.
472,930.
Yep.
First
Well,
page.
that doesn't, yeah, that
Yep.
should be about right. Yeah. So the local match, I'm pretty sure I was thinking it was 80-20 now, but it might still be 75-25. If it's 25%, it's 118,000.
I was thinking it was 80-20, but
Yeah, I might have,
and it might depend, it might be one of those weird like caveats of depending on what
If
your
you're less than
average Lisa
10,000.
rating is and.
they're
So
really
you're-
going to being able to like apply for any type of grants or whatever. You have to know your assets. You have to know what you want to do, why you want to do them. You know, like, are all of your water service lines replaced? You know, and got the lead out and just different things. They're trying to pull all of this together. I told the guy yesterday, I'm like, I just wish that I could take everything that's in here and dump it into GIS and it could regurgitate it out back to everybody. And he's like, we can do that. I'm like, okay.
That's called AI.
Here, just
Type
wet
it
this
into
wire for
AI
you.
Yeah,
and
plug
let
this
AI
in,
handle
yeah.
it.
There's just so
Mary,
much
Mary
in my
the
head.
cyborg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just so much in my head, and if I could just get it out of there.
Marry the AI.
So if it is 20%, it could be, actually be less than 100.
Yeah, it would be.
Mhm.
Yep.
I don't, if they need to be replaced, I don't see any reason not to.
It-
Right, as far
it-
as
it
Cherry
doesn't-
Street, if we're gonna repair it, let's repair it right and get,
Yeah, and like, I just need an answer, like, towards the end of like, some guidance, you know, like, towards the end of the week, or even at the meeting, if we say, okay, let's do this, this, and this, and you guys give Carl permission to sign the financial commitment letter. So this was trying to get it in front of you, just so you had an idea, and then go look at them if you want. But yeah, Cherry and Somerset are both, I think, rated at 2. It's either 2 or 3s, and then, which is pretty low. And then Twin Oaks those 3 are rated at, it's either a 4 or a 5. So, and those have been at 4 and 5 for quite a while. So the roads aren't changing that much. So I think if we could go in and just mill and fill it.
mhm.
So I really don't need an answer today,
Okay.
as long as they give you permission to sign.
We'll think about it.
I'm just, the Cherry Street I'm struggling with just because of the cost.
I would go look at it.
Okay.
It's not in good shape.
Well, I mean, we walked that. I- Yeah, okay.
Look at it with drainage in mind and.
Go in a rainstorm.
It is raining right now, or
Walk in a
it's
ra- walk in a
sprinkling.
rain- walk in a rainstorm. With a metal rod?
That's right, with a metal rod.
Okay, I'll walk down there.
Yeah, I just feel sorry for those people.
But there's not many.
It's just the one now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it creates an issue for that home because of the drainage on the way it is.
Right, but we also didn't fix that little, on the S-curve, you know, that's gravel that
Mm.
was sent to us, 6 months ago? So again, it's hard to do one house, one at a time, you know, to piece it, you know, what it's, but,
Well, and we also have Brown Street too, that's in bad shape, but that's gonna take design, so
right.
I can run an estimate for that too, if you want me to, and send it to you.
For Brown?
Why don't we just give this some consideration then until the next meeting and go from there or whatever?
Walk it in the meantime.
All right, when is, this has to be in by the end of the month, right?
Applications are due by October 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be possible to, at maybe some point, maybe eliminate Cherry Street? I don't know if there's anything underneath it, but
Because, yeah, doesn't the church own these two parcels here?
there's still access off of other roads is my thought.
Right, right. So it's not, again,
Like if we turn that little portion of Cherry Street into their driveway and, you know,
They
is
can't.
that,
right.
I
They
don't
can't.
know. That was just a thought.
Would that be cheaper?
Well, sure. Somebody else owns it, it's always cheaper. It's always cheaper.
Because like that, it is kind of more or less an alleyway. There's not a whole lot of,
There's a garage on each side though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, right here.
Right there.
Right, but if the church owned all of it,
We just need to go
It's
down
their
there.
garage, right?
yeah,
Does the church owns this?
the church owns all of these.
Right.
I mean,
For
I
now.
think it would have to be voluntary vacation of that. The way that would work is it would go to the center line of the street. So if the church owns both, it would become, you know, fully through there. Of course,
Not around the
any
house.
utility easements would
Yeah,
still
we can get it
remain.
all the way.
I don't know what there is.
The house
Is
that
there any?
comes off of, Scott Street,
Hmm.
they have a garage back behind,
I see.
Yeah.
so I'm not sure that
But who owns this parcel?
the church.
the
Church.
church, and there's a garage on it too.
So that church, that would go to the center line, and then this house to the north, which is the only non-church parcel, would go to the center line. And do you think they would want to do that? I guess would be the real question, because it would sort of have to be
Do they
them
pull out
filing
on
the
Cherry?
petition and
Or do they
signing
pull
on to
out
it
on-
to
Well,
vacate it.
Cherry.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you come and ask me if you want to vacate that street to the church.
You
and
want
that's where I
to
pull out, I go, I don't
maintain
think so.
this?
Well, but they can pull out on Lawrence or South State Street, so,
Doesn't matter where you could, if you came and asked me, and I pull out on Cherry, so we're gonna vacate that street, I'd be like, what?
I'd say embrace change.
I'd tell you to go.
Or jump in a lake.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would just basically be putting the problem off on the homeowner to say, this is now yours to fix.
Right.
Congratulations, you own a
Not very
problem.
neighborly.
It's just a thought.
You own a problem we didn't want to fix? That doesn't sound good.
We don't want to fix it, so now it's yours.
Now you guys are making me feel bad.
Well, you should.
Hey, it was my idea, so I'll take it.
I'm just backing you up there. Yeah. Was it- yeah.
If they want to, you never know.
That's true. They may. Can we do
Yeah,
what we want? with it?
maybe
By
people
all
are cutting through there and they don't want the people cutting through there or something. I don't know.
means. True. Well, we'll go look at it.
Or,
Yeah.
yeah, let's take a look at it.
Do you know
Alright.
what the church's intentions are for those other lots?
I don't know.
They've had them forever, haven't they?
Yeah, they've had them for a long time.
Apartments.
Apartments,
Yeah.
workforce housing, and a
Is that-
Dollar
this-
General. I
is this
think.
a-
Oh, gosh.
So,
All right, announcements. The next town council meeting will be Monday, October 20th at 6 PM here at Town Hall. And we are adjourned.